Welcome to Hoi An Vespa Tour highlights and hidden gems. Discover the beauty and history of Hoi An in a unique and exciting way with the Hoi An Vespa Tour. This exhilarating adventure takes you on a thrilling ride through the charming streets of Hoi An on the back of a Vespa, allowing you to experience the town's highlights and hidden gems like no other. Water coconut forest. The water coconut in Hoi An here used to be more than 70,000 square meters, which the locals here plan them to keep the soil. As you know, Hoi An is surrounded by rivers and very close to the ocean, so every day there are two tides, high and low. The high tide brings lots of fish, crab, shrimp, and soil to the river, but with the low tide, water goes out and wash out the soil from the land too. It's very easy to make the riverside collapse and flood the town, so that's why the locals plant the water coconuts to keep their land better. And during the wartime, the Vietnamese communists also used the water coconut here to hide themselves, so the South government and US tried to bomb it. Also, with the development nowadays, the water coconut is much smaller than before, but it is still a very famous attraction of Hoi An, as people can come and experience the basket boat ride through the small canals and enjoy the beautiful nature here. The basket boats are harder to control than regular boats, go slower as well, but time after time people get used to with the basket boat, and it has more space to store things, also can go to smaller areas that regular boats couldn't go, so the fishermen still using it till now and become a culture part of fishermen in Vietnam. Coffee time. This is a cafe shop that the locals love. The reason we chose this location because it is very local and not touristy. We suggest to our guests about salted coffee, a type of popular drink in Vietnam, in the top types of coffee to try when coming to Vietnam. After that, it's time to relax and share with customers about Vietnamese culture, rice fields, daily life, coffee drinking habits. Trà Quế Herbal village. When visiting the vegetable village here, you will see the local people really work on their farm, a pretty hard life. But the organic vegetables was grown here for more than 300 years, and before the vegetables here even used to serve the king and royal family. The special thing is you can see here is Hoi An don't have much soil to grow things, mostly everything are grown on sand, and you know, sand has no nutrients, so they need to fertile the sand with seaweeds, grasses from the river, even with cows or buffalo's poop. And because of those special technique, the vegetables in the village here have better and stronger taste compared to regular vegetables. So you can see Hoi An has many cooking class tours. Also many restaurants that use the organic vegetables from the village here every day. It helps the farmers a lot. Also helps guests coming to Hoi An have better food experiences. Temple. Besides food, religion is also a way for people to learn about a country's culture. What religion do you think most Vietnamese people follow? The reality is that most Vietnamese people are not religious. Nearly 90% of people are not religious, however they have great faith in Buddhism. For example, we young people, even though we are not religious, still go to the temple, burn incense and pray. Now we invite you to visit the temple. Triple gate. Introducing to you, this is the 3 entrance gate, which always appears in any important project. According to the ancients, this gate is the place separating the earthly world and the Buddha world. This means that every time you step through this gate, people need to let go of all worldly ambitions and desires. And you can also see this gate in other palace buildings. The main gate is used for the king, the left gate for civil mandarins, and the right gate for military mandarins. Language. And right on the 3 entrance gate, you will see Chinese characters. Why do you think Vietnamese people use Chinese characters in such big projects? And even the ancient texts are in Chinese language, not today's Latin language. Vietnam was under Chinese domination for more than 1,000 years, during which time people mainly used Chinese characters. However, later, people changed a bit based on Chinese characters. Vietnamese people created Nom characters. Later, when the Portuguese and French migrated to Vietnam, They found that this language was too complicated and difficult to understand. So they created the alphabet for Vietnamese people. And we use it to this day. It is a fairly young language, less than 100 years old. This is also a way for you to identify the era of a temple. If it used Chinese, it would have existed for over 100 years. Maitreya, Happy Buddha, this is the Happy Buddha. When you come to this Buddha, it means you are praying for yourself because his body clearly shows all human wishes. For example, long ears represent a desire for longevity. A smile means a happy life. A big belly means people always want to have enough food. Or a rosary in hand means meditation and becoming an honest person. Kuan Yin, Lady Buddha. In any temple there will be Lady Buddha. The Vietnamese call it Kuan Am in Vietnamese culture. Women in the family and mothers are very important. They are the ones who always bring the best for their children and always protect them unconditionally. And this Buddha is responsible for protecting everyone. So Vietnamese people call this woman mother. When you come to Kuan Yin, you will pray for others instead of yourself. Pray for peace and health for family, relatives and friends. For mascot, sacred animals in Eastern culture. We have 4 sacred animals: dragon, Asian unicorn, turtle, and phoenix, representing the 4 elements of the universe. Dragon is a symbol of strength, wisdom and authority. Asian unicorn represents good things, prosperity and wealth. Turtle symbolizes longevity and phoenix is beauty and happiness. Our last stop of the tour is home-cooked meal at Mrs. V family. Let's visit her kitchen and learn about her dream. Ms. V was born and raised in a family whose 3 generations worked in the restaurant field in Hoi An and Quang Nam from a young age. She was fortunate to enjoy traditional dishes cooked by her grandmother and parents, who later taught her traditional recipes and unique flavors representing the region of central Vietnam. Her passion for cooking was most inspired by her father during his time working as the executive chef of the first 5-star restaurant, Tam Tam Cafe in Hoi An 25 years ago, when tourism in Hoi An just began. Growing up, her biggest dream was to open her own restaurant so that she could introduce the unique family and local dishes to international tourists. Unfortunately, the COVID pandemic came right at the time her startup was about to launch. It was the reason why Ms. Vi then decided to make her dream in her beloved family's place a very peaceful, purely Vietnamese living space and kitchen that she takes care of every day. She named her unique business model Ms. V's Hoi An Kitchen. Let's inspire our customers on highlights and hidden gems. Vespa Tour.